What's up, guys? Big Guy Bets back at it again with another free picks video. First off, you guys know I like to say thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the videos, guys. And most importantly, thank you for taking the Big Guy Bets movement all the way to the moon. I know some people may just watch these videos every single day and not subscribe. And if you haven't already and you are new, guys, please hit that subscribe button. We are on our road to 1 milli, okay? We are on the very bottom brink of it, but we are going to come out on top, okay? I do love giving out free picks every single day, and as long as you guys support and you guys are liking the content and liking all the engagement I do with you guys, then I'm going to keep on doing it because I do enjoy getting to know everybody. I do enjoy giving you guys out free picks and free money every single day. And without further ado, let's get into how today went. Guys, we absolutely crushed the books today. The free picks both banged. And yeah, let's get into the first play. We had Ohio State and USC over 14.5. That was my YouTube free pick play. For those of you that didn't catch it, sorry guys, but I did post that very early so that you guys would have time to bet it all day, even if you went to church, if you had sex in the morning, if you had dishes to do, if you had to clean the house, whatever you had to do this morning, I gave you ample time in order to go bet this over, okay? I did say that I guaranteed, if you go check the last video, I guaranteed that the over-under would come out at 14.5. It did, in fact, come out of 14.5, and we went ahead and grabbed it. I did notice once the people do view the videos, guys, the overs start to jump up once all of us get to go on that video. So I did notice a couple people got 15.5, but again, I said I'd take it all the way up to 16.5. The game hit, guys. Let's go ahead and check it out. It was 9-8 in the sixth inning with 4 innings left to play. That is what we call a sweat-free, a no-issues-free over that cashed, which you don't have a lot of nowadays on Sunday apparently. So this one felt really easy. Like I said, the scholar athlete for Ohio State came out there, got set, and got his ass absolutely pounded every single time he threw. I mean, it was bad, guys. It's exactly what I expected out of a scholar athlete. No offense, but I guess just stick to the books, buddy. We will see you at Big Guy Bets very soon. So again, 17 runs in the first 6 innings. We had 4 innings left to spare. Pretty easy over there, so glad you guys got to cash that one. And then I also did post a free pick on Winnable, and if you guys have not already subscribed to my free pick plan on Winnable, I do not know what you're doing. I post free picks on there every single day. I post my YouTube clips from there every single day, and I post a free play once in a while if I'm feeling a little generous, just another single play for you guys to go ahead and take. So if you guys go to winnable.com/BGS bets, you're going to be able to subscribe to my free plan. It's $0. All you got to do is sign up with your phone number, and that is it. Subscribe to the free plays because you'll get things like this, guys. We had the Rockies money line as another free pick play. I gave this out this morning. It's basically, I finally realized after looking through the whole entire college baseball slate that we did have Chase Dolander's MLB debut. And for those of you that have been following college baseball for a while, he was one of the better, like I said in here, he was one of the better Tennessee Vols to ever step foot on the bump. I've been watching him since he was at Georgia Southern, guys. He is an amazing, amazing pitcher. When I saw that he was getting his opportunity against Oakland A's of all teams, I wanted to take advantage, especially him at home, the Rockies coming off of 2 losses. There were so many different aspects of this game that really took me to the Rockies money line, and it cashed, guys. It was honestly sweat-free, to be honest with you. It was 7-4 most of the game, and in the bottom of the 8th, they kind of blew it open, so it made it look a lot less close than it really was for a while, but I felt like it was sweat-free. It was an amazing victory by the Rockies, and thank you so much for cashing yet another free play. So 2-0 on free picks, guys. I don't know what else you guys want. I know you probably want 3-0, but hey, we gave out 2 picks and we won both of them. That's all I really care about. Going into the VIP card, we're going to start with the negatives first because I'm a negative person. I'm a glass half empty guy. I'm a very, very sensitive guy when it comes to some of these picks. And let's get into we had Vandy, Florida over 14.5. If you guys don't know what all these different emojis means, that means a hook, okay? We got absolutely hooked yesterday by or I guess, yeah, it's still today technically on this over-under. So we had Florida versus Vandy over 14.5, 2 middling SEC teams that were definitely trying to bounce back and have a good series this weekend. Well, one of them did and one of them didn't, and you'll be able to see here in a second, guys. This was the final score. 11-3 was the final score in this game. I don't know what else to say besides fuck me, fuck myself. I don't know what else to say besides I want to take this here hammer. And I don't know if I can do this on YouTube, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy, but I wanted to take this hammer and put it where the sun don't shine. There was nothing else I could do. Guys, there was 25 hits in this game. 25 hits and only 14 runs. And the worst part here, guys, 11 total runners left on base for Florida. 8 runners left on base for Vandy. I don't have the stats in front of me with runners in scoring position. It was absolutely atrocious, guys. I couldn't even believe kind of what I was watching at times. Vandy had bases loaded in back-to-back innings and only scored 1 run out of those 2. They had bases loaded, nobody out, and went ground out to the third baseman, ground out to the first baseman. Both got thrown out at home, and then a pop-up. I don't know what it will take for some of these teams to just get over that hump. 19 runners left on base, guys. 19 runners left on base after what happened yesterday. We had the over 14 and a half, guys. Apparently, if you guys can kind of do the math here, it was 14. We got fucked on the hook one more time. Again, 11 and 8, 19 total runners left on base. I can't even begin to explain how shitty that is. 25 total hits and only 14 runs. If the day didn't go a lot better than it did after this, because I was this close to taking this hammer and just bashing right here over and over until something really bad happened, okay? But we're going to keep it away. But just a friendly reminder, if you're a Vandy or Florida guy, do you need me to show you how to use this thing? Do you need me to show you how to hit a damn ball? I guarantee I could take this hammer and at least put one in play, at least put one past the shortstop, or just anything. I think that I could go do better than what I'm seeing right now out of the Florida Gators. So that's my only little gripe. Let's get into the rest of the good content and how we actually did. Florida guys, quick recap there. They absolutely went like this, and I mean like this, to UCF. Easy sweep there. That is a very impressive team, a team that we might be riding that bandwagon for a little bit. And then Clemson, Georgia Tech, moneyline parlay, plus 161. Smacked. Georgia Tech put belt to ass. 18-2, I believe, was the final score against Stanford. And then Clemson, wow, they held on, okay? Clemson held on to the victory against Cal. That was definitely a butthole puckering. I mean, you could have used my butthole as a cigar cutter, guys. It was absolutely clinched in the end of this game. Clemson had ample opportunities to continue to extend the lead. They didn't, because why would they? Today had to be hard, but it is okay, guys, because we can take it hard. Pause. But it is another victory, guys. 2-1 in VIP. Like I said right here, should have been 3-0, but we went 2-1 plus 1.61 units. And overall, with all the 3 picks, we were 4-1. I don't know why. Apparently, I can't do math, but 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4-1, guys, on the day, plus 3.46 units. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. I know that I gave my free package out to multiple different people for $1. I know a lot of people took advantage of that, and I know that you guys were able to cash a lot from that. So if you guys did, please look into seeing what else VIP is. I mean, it's just like that every single day. I put in all the work for you guys so that you don't have to. But as a token of my gratitude to everybody, as a token to how the season's gone, as a token to how the weekend finished up, and as a token to sucking Vandy off in a bad way, not in a good way. We don't like that. Anyway, Clemson, let's go to here first. My store. I did a baller for life, guys. That is riding with me to the very end. If you guys love the content, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy making money day in, day out, if you like college baseball or you're interested in it, that is my best. But guys, during football season, we're going to crush the books just like we always do. For those of you that didn't know, I also have been capping college basketball. I have a pending future on Florida that I gave out to everybody at the very beginning of the year. I put it out on Twitter for free, and now that we have started Winnable, guys, I do have passes that include my futures. There are so many different opportunities for me to make money for you guys. The reason I've been able to purchase many different amazing things is because of my futures bets. I have a very good gauge on every single sport. I do all the research so that nobody else has to. That we have Florida in the championship tomorrow night at 25-1. I bet that back in January. I have plenty of different plays for the rest of my life and your life until someone puts me in the grave, until I take this box cutter and do anything terribly with it. Can't say that on the internet. Then we are together. We are riding together. This will go until 2060, which will continue to go as long as you're still gambling, guys. And this is only for $500, guys. You take this and use promo code Clemson, okay? Promo code Clemson will get you 90% off this package, guys. 90% off. That would end up being $100 for the next 5 months, or you can keep on dividing it up into your life however you think. I personally guarantee, no matter what kind of bettor you are, you will be able to pay this off by the end of the college baseball season. And if not, if you're a $5 bettor or whatever it may be, you will be able to pay this off by the end of the year, no problem. But if you're a $100 bettor, you will get this money back within the month. I guarantee it. $500 is nothing for the rest of your life. Once you are able to pay that off, and with all the winnings that you get from me over time, you guys will be so thankful you did this. This is an amazing opportunity. I'm only allowing the first 3, and when those people become a part of my Baller for Life, guys, there are multiple different avenues that I want to take with you guys, and we're going to have our own separate chat. We're going to have our own separate kind of not necessarily a FaceTime, but you guys will get everything that I'm thinking, everything that I'm seeing. We're going to be able to talk one-on-one, all those different, avenues, guys. That is what I want to do for the Baller for Life. The reason why I put 90% on this is because I do appreciate you guys, and I want you guys to have an opportunity to get this at a discounted price because I care about you guys. I love you guys. So without further ado, again, 3 spots left in there. If you use promo code Clemson, you get 90% off this entire package for the rest of your life. Promo code Clemson for 90% off. Okay, let's get into the free pick for tomorrow, guys. The college baseball slate is absolutely brutal, so we're just going to get into a quick overview of what we're going to be doing for the MLB. I will maybe have some college baseball plays for VIP, but this is going to be a free pick play for the MLB because of the smaller slate for college baseball tomorrow. It will be in the Padres-A's game, guys. We are going to go with the Padres money line, and I believe it is at a decent price right now. Let's go ahead and check it before we go too crazy. Yeah, I mean, why would it be on here? So it is not currently on the books here. It's probably going to be, let's see, DraftKings again, not a sponsor by DraftKings. We're going to go ahead and take the money line minus 142. For those of you that know me, I generally take minus 110s and in, minus 115s, minus 120s and in. This one specifically, a little more juice, but I would feel comfortable taking the minus 1.5, to be honest with you. If you guys don't want to lay that juice, I'd feel comfortable taking that minus 1.5. Generally, do I like to do that? The MLB does come down between a couple runs here and there, but the reason I like this game, guys, and I'm sure multiple different people will tell you the same thing, both of them played a similar competition, or I guess the exact competition, in the Cubs. They did lose 2 of 3 here, and the Athletics actually lost all 3. The other game was like an 18-2 loss against the Cubs here, 18-3. They lost 18-3, 7-4, and 10-2. These were all at home against the Cubs, so they got swept at home. The Padres snuck one out against the Cubs, and they lost the other 2. So 2-3, not the greatest for the Padres, but they did go on the road, whereas the Athletics played the Cubs at home. That's one thing I always like to look at. Another thing you always like to look at is obviously the starting pitchers. Luis Severino is not a bad pitcher by any stretch of the imagination, but when you're going against a guy like Michael King, who has been very impressive so far this year, his first start wasn't the greatest against the Braves, I will definitely say, but his second start against the Guardians, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Just a beautiful performance. I think the Guardians roster is a little bit better, if not way better, than the A's for sure. The A's coming off of an absolutely brutal loss to the Rockies. Obviously, I love my boy Chase Dollander. He is nothing like Michael King to this point in his career. I think the A's are going to struggle, kind of like how they did a little bit with Chase Dollander. But also, if you're going to be in a hitting match with the Padres, if you couldn't win a hitting match against the Rockies, you're not going to win one against the Padres, guys. This team is loaded from top to bottom, at least in their in their roster. If you go ahead and look at their box score from last game, I'm sure most of you guys know generally this team if you kind of watch baseball. But if you don't, let's go ahead and check it out and let me show you. We are going to go to the box score, which is clearly hard to find at this point. We're gonna totally. Oh, here we go. Fernando Tatis, guys, one of the premier players in the league. Luis Arias, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, Jake Cronenworth, Alexander Bogarts, Jason Hayward. I mean, kind of washed at this point in his career, but just a loaded, stacked lineup, guys. I got a group of guys that doesn't want to start off a series against the A's with a loss, and a team that just is going to out-hit you if you're going to try to out-hit them, and that is what the A's are going to try to do. They tried to outslug the Rockies today. Did not work in their favor. If we go ahead and look at how the A's have fared against, why does it show the Rockies? We're going to go to the Padres. 231 average against and 121 at bats against a pitcher in terms of a full team. That is a significant amount. So 121, 28 hits, not something I love to see. Only 31 strikeouts. What I like to see is 5 home runs out of these at bats. That's a pretty significant amount. And then a 268 OBP. That I like to see that, honestly. There's quite a few. This means that these hitters are amazing hitters. And one thing I also do like to check out, guys, and it's not something you necessarily have to, but I like to look at, like, if they're thinking this is going to be a closer game, which most MLB games end up doing this, but we go to stats for them and we go to their pitching. We go ahead and look at Mason Miller, the relief pitcher for the A's. And we go and see that against the Padres specifically. So if they're in a close game and we need the money line here, Mason Miller would be the one to come in maybe an inning early. He hasn't done that yet this year, but if he were to go in, or they think that he's good enough to go in against these guys, they have seen him 4 times and had 3 hits against him. Love, love, love to see that. Their premier closer, if they bring him in, we have a 750 average and then an 800 OBP off of him. Love, 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 love to see that, because honestly, he's one of the premier closers in the game, but I feel comfortable laying money on a team that if the other team's premier closer comes in a tight game, that I feel comfortable these guys actually getting a hit against this guy. So love to look at that. Just another, example of kind of diving deep when not very many other people would. So I also like to see that Michael King has pitched decently well against the A's, and we'll just go ahead and show that real fast. Oakland A's. 250, 318 OBP, but only 20 at-bats, guys. Doesn't say too much. It shows that these guys have had a handful of at-bats against him. Generally, when a pitcher's getting a feel, it's better when a pitcher has kind of an idea of how he wants to throw to these guys. Clearly, all these guys are younger guys. Michael King maybe just getting his toes wet against these guys, but what I do like to see are a lot of these guys are not the most impressive hitters. Maybe it was a lucky day. Maybe they they are MLB hitters at the end of the day, but Michael King is on a different level right now. I believe that this Padres team is just a better overall team, and a minus 140 price, I kind of like the price. It's a late game, so you guys will have an ample opportunity to be able to bet this. I'm sure by the next time I play my video, we won't even be able to recap this game yet, but we're going to take this to the cash counter, guys. We were 6-1 this last week. Should have been 7-1, but there was a no action play, but 6-1 last week, giving free picks. Let's start this week off with another banger. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Go use code Clemson, 90% off my lifetime pass. I love you all. Thank you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.